So when you were trading, you're a big company. What kind of numbers? What kind of numbers were you trading? What kind of, in the terms of pounds and dollars?
So I think the most we ever made in 1 year was 125 million pounds that I ever made. I think some people are making a lot more in this year's commodity bull run, but that was the most we ever made. And the most they ever lost in a day was 10 million pounds.
Wow, that must have
as I touched on earlier, that day it was like, it was nothing. So sometimes in these markets, I'd always try and look at what I'd done wrong if I lost money. Yeah. I can't actually remember the event that day, but I think it was a storage facility setting on fire. Yeah. So it was an event that no one could have predicted. Our analysis wasn't incorrect. It was just a 1 in a million event. And you just walked away from it, and there was nothing you could learn. It was just one of those things. You started again tomorrow, you did the analysis again with this event now included, and kind of went again. And that year we still ended up making a lot of money. And it was like, I just felt really kind of powerful that the company let me lose 10 million pounds.
Yeah. Amazing. So you mentioned you got your bonus and you had money sitting in your account, and you mentioned previously that you you've got a property empire of over 30 properties, including a retirement village with old people who are going to move in there soon. What was your first property you bought, and kind of describe what you went through your head during that first property? I remember buying my first property. I was like, oh no, the property market's going to crash. It's all going to go wrong, and because it's a big decision. So I'm thinking back to the listener at home, like maybe they're buying their first property, and kind of talk me through that first moment.
I think it was exactly the same as what I described with trading, really, is starting small. So we bought something that wasn't a total wreck, but needed a little bit of work. We bought it at auction, so we got it slightly undervalued. We did the work ourselves. I think I mentioned Swindon earlier. So I lived in Swindon for quite a long time, and we know builders there, we know tilers, we know roofers, we know plasterers. So we kept it in an area where we knew people. We did some of the work ourselves, so we knew that we had a decent amount of profit in it if the worst came to the worst. We bought a small house. I think it was £100,000 to start with. It was probably 6% annum on the rental side of things. And we started very small with 2 or 3 of them, and then built up.
Okay, amazing. And you've now got a retirement complex. Tell me
It's interesting, actually. The retirement complex I wouldn't do again. So this is the largest one we've gone for. We've gone in with 2 other partners, whereas every other time we always did it on our own. There's